Well, good morning, guys. 3 weeks and 5 days out. Time is getting closer to me stepping on stage for this year's 2025 prep. So the season continues day after yesterday's high day at 3 weeks and 6 days out. And as you can see, I actually lost weight. I did 750 carb, 4,500 calories, 250 protein, 50 fat. And I had a tremendous leg day. Legs feel great this morning. No knee pain. I did my usual loading. No reps lost. If anything, I actually managed to progress, which is amazing. But definitely need another high day today. So rest day today, guys. I am going to take you through another high day and another day in the life. Look at the scenes here. Steps have been reduced, so I have just taken a stroll through the wood, which, not gonna lie, every time I take this little walk, it makes me incredibly happy. Just being able to soak in a little bit of nature and being able to spend some time just listening to the environment, listening to the birds, it definitely is uplifting. It really is. So guys, if you do have an office job like myself and Meg, I very much recommend that you spend some allocated time walking outside in nature. And if you don't have access to nature, sometimes it's worth taking a drive out if you are living in the city. But nevertheless, spend some time outside in fresh air, if possible, and where and when possible. It really will make a big difference to your general well-being and how you feel. I promise you. Now, plan of action for today. I actually have got a very busy day already, boxed off a lot of check-ins, 2 hours worth of intense work complete, followed by posing, followed by my morning walk. Pictures are looking good. I literally look like I've dropped off 3 pounds off my midsection this morning after the high day yesterday. So I am pleased. Everything is moving accordingly to plan. So plan of action for today is to run same calories again with a slight different setup. So I will take you along on the ride for the day for the calories and the setup. You can see the diet breakdown here, as I will put that in across. But the macros for the day is going to be 4,500 calories, 250 protein, 750 carb, 50 fat. And then we can see where this lands us tomorrow. I will obviously cap off the video tomorrow and give you an update. But today, let's get stuck into our high day and a very, very busy work day. I may be able to get a chance to get my hyperbaric chamber if Will makes it on time for a massage, but it's definitely going to be a busy one. I'm just walking past the apple tree, but there's people here, so I can't take any apples. Tomorrow, there will be a chance to take some more. Anyway, guys, see you back at home for meal one. We're back. Breakfast is served. Had a bit of an intense morning as I had to actually make Meg's breakfast quickly before she departs to have, I think, her eyelashes done. Anyway, meal number one, 150 gram of rice. We've got white chocolate coconut. We've got vanilla isopro with a lot of almond butter. Actually, the powdered almond butter, so it's mixed in, so it's a little bit thicker. We've got 15 grams of dark chocolate, 200 grams of fruit, mixture of blueberries, a little bit of cherries, raspberries, and strawberries. So it's a perfect meal to go down for meal number one. And we've got my health subs to go down as well. You've seen the macro breakdown on the beginning of the video, so at least you can see what each meal looks like in terms of the macros. But this is definitely going to be an easy day to get the food down. I mean, I'll be honest, I haven't really been hungry this prep, which has been nice. The only times really I've got hunger present is more so during the night. But meal number one, exact macros are 42.9 grams of protein, 142.6 grams of carbs, 12.1 grams of fat, and 866 calories. So that is how the meal is looking. And this is the one. So let me just show you. So this is how the meal is presenting, guys. Probably doesn't look too appetizing, but trust me, it will do the job for sure. We've got my health subs and we've got YouTube on. So time to have a little bit of a break from work, eat this in peace, and then get a little digestion walk up the lane, and then back into the office, back in the lab. Okay, meal one dusted, meals ready for the day. Extra rice in the rice cooker is cooking, and I am going to take a little bit of a walk. Now, in the usual scenes, you've seen this many times, this is my little digestion walk slash step lane. So the whole purpose now is to get my mind switched back on for work time. So little 5-minute walk. This is around 500 steps, and then straight back in my office and back to business. Guys and girls are still checking in daily, especially the guys and girls that have competed this weekend. So everything's still very intense. I've got a call later on with Ria to discuss plan of action for Olympia. And then I do have another consult later on. So guys, coaching, training plans, one-off training plans, consultations, Team MK coaching, description below. Apply, drop us a message, see how I can help you reach your goals. We work collectively as a team to help people across the board reach the goals in fitness, bodybuilding, and life in general. So let's get on with the day. Beautiful scenes. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. I sure am, and we'll continue to do so. Almost time to get back in the office. Let's go. Man, that was a monster of a shift. All clients are taken care of for the day. All I've got left to do now is some form clips, which I will be able to get done whilst I'm having my tissue work. Now, meal number 2 about to go down. 125 raw weight rice, 50 grams of pineapple, 75 grams of veg, and 130 grams of raw weight rice. 135. You'll see it on the little PDF anyway. Now, this meal is going to go down pretty easy. I've got 10 grams of GQs, Polynesian. I do weigh out all my sauces. I keep it all consistent. I weigh out all my salt. I weigh out my seasonings, just to make sure there's no variables that are getting skewed or different. You can see in the background, my peppermint tea and green tea is there. Decaf, of course. So I'm going to eat this now, have 5 minutes to myself before Will comes and does my tissue work. And then time for my hyperbaric chamber as well. So I've got a really busy day today. But that's how I like them, right? And of course, I have to show you the meal. This is how it's looking. I'll put it on the pan. I actually have some kale from Linda, and it's homegrown and it's divine. So I'm actually looking forward to getting tucked into this. As you can see, the volume of the food is very, very low. So the food is going down and it doesn't really feel like I'm eating anything. So it's always good. I never like to volumize my food anymore. I used to, but now I want to make sure my midsection stays super tight. So it all stays super low volume.
So we have Cuba's meal that has been popped on the pan here, squished for his needs. Just kidding. I've actually done a video on muscle building meal, so if you want to have a look at how I made it and make it look super nice and tasty, please have a little look at that. But there is 125 grams of dry weight rice, there is 125 grams of dry weight chicken, 50 grams of pineapple, and also 50 grams worth of veg. There might be 100 grams of veg in there, to be fair. I didn't actually put that in the Tupperware, so Cuba did, so I'm sure that he'll talk about it, and he'll probably listen back to it and go, oh dear. Anyway, that is his meal. I'm going to put it in the car so that he can take it with him as he goes to his hyperbaric, and I'm sure that you'll see him next in the car, probably snaffling it, or at least talking about his massage that he's just had with Will, and then also his hyperbaric that he's about to have to make sure that he can recover, feel amazing, look amazing, and be prepared for stage. Today is all about resetting the batteries, even more so than yesterday. I often find that it's good to do a high day on a rest day as well as on a training day. as the old bodybuilders would say, to replenish the stores. He dropped his body weight this morning, so yes, his fatigue will have dropped, that's why his body weight's come down, but the idea wasn't to see a loss, it was to see fatigue drop. If he was to get back to plan today, would that really have happened, and for him to be able to push throughout the next couple of weeks without needing to probably take a reset before his peak week? Likely not, no. So definitely the extra day was needed today. He'll obviously be there for another update.
Right, we're here at Oxy Healthcare. We've got a hyperbaric chamber about to go down. 1 hour at whatever PSI it is.
14.5.
What is it?
14.5.
14.5, yeah?
Yeah.
You are going to have to cut and get in there though, yeah?
Yeah, no problem.
Awesome, right. This has been amazing for recovery. So massive thank you to guys at Oxy Healthcare. Come and see this guy at Chesterfield. He'll look after you. I wish I had hair like that. I did back in the day, then it all fell out. Right, we're back home now from the chamber. And that was a fun experience. It gave me an opportunity to have an hour of chilling. And now, meal number 3. Meal number 4. Meal number 4, which is cream of rice, 160 grams, 1 whole egg, 100 grams of blueberries, 150 egg whites, 75 grams of apple, 10 grams of Whey Iso Pro. Meg kindly made it because it's time for me to eat, and pancakes do take a little while to be made. So all of these ingredients basically got blended, put on the pan and cooked. And this is how the meal actually looks. We are going to have to give a bit of a verdict here and see what job Smeg has done. So let's see if she passes the test. Whoop. Beautiful. Yeah, she absolutely nailed it. That is amazing. Vanilla cream of rice. We've got vanilla Whey Iso Pro with apple. Yes, fresh apple inside it. And it just gives it perfect texture. Epic. Ooh, let's see. The first bite was tremendous, so let's see how it's going down. I definitely taught it well. These have definitely been made with love. Very easy to get down and tasty. This is something I very much pride myself on. I make my diet extremely on point. Not too fancy, but fancy enough. So I never crave anything, which is a win. Team outing in the woods. What we're saying, Smeg? Hit back double bicep. Beautiful. Hamstring and calf. Shows the hamstring and calf. Come on. Look at that. Beautiful. Right. Get the steps in. I've been pretty sedentary today. So we've got to get the movement in. A lot of people that struggle with energy, remember guys, movement creates energy. If you sat on your bottom all day, you are not going to feel energetic. So you want to feel more energy? Get moving. Create a routine where you do have allocated times for little walks across your day. You'll feel much better.
As noise improvements, they were far better and far more dramatic. And even if he brought this improved and this much better physique at Tampa Pool that we just saw in Texas, it kind of seems like that Matthias can get a bit more tighter in the hamstrings.
Here we go. Final meal snack. 150 grams of cream of rice, 30 grams Whey Iso Pro, 20 grams of almond butter, 200 grams of fruit. That is all she wrote for the evening. Boom.